There is a name that echoes through time, Alkebulan. Before the world called it Africa, its people knew it as Alkebulan, Mother of Mankind, Garden of Eden. This name is more than a label, it's a source of identity, a reminder that humanity's story began on this soil. Alkebulan connects us to our shared ancestry, to the first stories, and to the earliest societies that gazed at the stars. Imagine if this name had never been lost. How would it shape our sense of self and history? Reclaiming Alkebulan is not just about history, it's about restoring ownership of our story. It's a declaration that the continent's identity is rooted in its ancient foundational role in the human saga. This name unlocks a vibrant, complex past, full of lessons for our future. To speak of Alkebulan is to speak of a legacy both personal and universal. By exploring this name, we piece together the fragments of our collective story. We listen for the voices of ancient kings, philosophers, and artists who built wonders. This journey into Alkebulan is a return to the source, a pilgrimage to the garden where all our stories began. Alkebulan is a tapestry woven from ancient languages and cultures. Its roots lie in Arabic, Alkebulan, meaning the sacred land or the enclosed garden. This was more than a geographic term, it reflected a spiritual worldview. The people saw their land as a nurturing mother, not a wilderness. Alkebulan was a cultural anchor, uniting diverse peoples in a shared identity. Oral traditions, songs, and stories kept its spirit alive. The name affirmed the belief that humanity was born from this soil, placing Alkebulan at the center of the human story. This worldview fostered civilizations deeply connected to their environment. Alkebulan challenges Eurocentric history, reminding us that before foreign labels there was a world with its own names and stories. To understand Alkebulan is to appreciate the rich, diverse narratives that shaped our world. The shift from Alkebulan to Africa marked a profound change in power and perspective. The Romans arrived in North Africa, naming a small province after the local Afri tribe. Over time, Africa expanded across Roman maps, replacing Alkebulan. This was not just a new word, it was a tool of conquest and control. Naming is claiming. By imposing Africa, the Romans asserted dominance and erased indigenous identity. The spiritual meaning of Mother of Mankind was lost, replaced by a foreign label. This act of renaming disconnected people from their ancestral story. For centuries, the world has known the continent only as Africa, a name given by conquerors. This has shaped perceptions, framing Africa's history as beginning with Europe. The loss of Alkebulan is the loss of a narrative of self-aware spiritual people. The story of this name change is a lesson in how history is written by the victors. Naming can be an act of immense power and erasure. The story of Alkebulan is the story of its first peoples. The Khoisan of southern Africa, among the oldest populations on Earth, left a legacy in their click languages and rock art. Along the Nile, the Nubians built the Kingdom of Kush, rivals, partners, and rulers alongside Egypt with their own pyramids and script. The Nilotic peoples like the Maasai and Dinka shaped East and Central Africa with rich oral traditions and deep ties to the land. Their migrations created a vibrant mosaic of languages and customs. In the Horn of Africa, Cushitic peoples pioneered agriculture and trade. The Kingdom of Aksum became a global power, adopting Christianity and developing the Ge'ez script. These groups were innovators and connectors, bridging Africa, the Mediterranean, and the Indian Ocean. Their legacies endure in faith, commerce, and culture. Alkebulan's ancient peoples were artists, builders, and storytellers. Their achievements laid the foundation for civilizations to come. Alkebulan was a continent of powerful kingdoms and dazzling achievements. In Ethiopia and Sudan, Aksum and Kush flourished, centers of engineering, trade, and learning. Westward, the Ghana and Mali empires controlled gold and salt routes. Timbuktu became a beacon of scholarship. Rulers like Mansa Musa made Mali legendary for its wealth and influence. In the north, Kemet, ancient Egypt, rose with its pyramids, hieroglyphs, and advances in medicine and astronomy. The Berber Amazigh in Morocco built dynasties blending indigenous and Mediterranean cultures. In the south, Great Zimbabwe's stone enclosures stood as marvels of architecture and organization. These societies thrived on trade, innovation, and cultural exchange. From the Horn to the Cape, Alkebulan was a land of builders, thinkers, and innovators. Its kingdoms shaped the world's heritage. Their stories are a core part of our shared human legacy. Today, Alkebulan is being spoken again. A new generation is reclaiming the name, artists, scholars, and activists across the diaspora. This is more than a trend, it's a movement of cultural liberation. Saying Alkebulan affirms that African history is ancient and self-defined. We see its revival in music, fashion, academia, and the names given to children. Each act is a step toward healing and restoration. Reclaiming Alkebulan fills the gaps in a fragmented identity. It reminds us that our ancestors were pioneers and innovators. This foundation inspires new achievements and pride. The story of Alkebulan is a story of hope and resilience. Rediscovering the name invites all humanity to remember our shared origins. As we speak it, we ensure the dawn of humanity is never forgotten.